G'day guys, in this video I'll be addressing question 4 and 5 of the Marketing Across Borders exam. So question 4, the merits, challenges and stakeholders of joint ventures in global market entry. One of the strategic choices that businesses often take into consideration when looking to grow into foreign markets is forming a joint venture. This involves forming a business partnership with another party to divide profits, ownership and control. In complicated markets with legal constraints, unfamiliar customer behaviour or difficult logistics, joint ventures are very common. Although joint ventures have benefits, there are significant challenges that businesses must carefully consider. Merits of a joint venture. The first significant advantage of a joint venture is local market access and knowledge. When entering a new country, a foreign firm may lack the cultural understanding, regulatory awareness and distribution networks needed for success. A local partner can bridge that gap, offering expertise in customer preferences, government policies, and established relationships with suppliers and distributors. The second advantage of a joint venture is the shared risk and investment. Expanding internationally is capital intensive and fraught with uncertainty, but partnering with a local entity, a company reduces its financial exposure, shares operational risks such as fluctuating currency values, political instability, or unexpected market shifts. The next advantage is that joint ventures may be the only feasible option in countries where foreign ownership is restricted. For example, in China, they've historically mandated that foreign automotive firms operate through joint ventures with Chinese partners. Companies like General Motors and Volkswagen use this route to establish a strong market presence while complying with local regulations. The challenges of a joint venture. Joint ventures also present significant challenges. One major hurdle is conflict of interest between partners. Differences in strategic objectives, corporate cultures, or decision-making styles can lead to misalignment. Another critical challenge is the sharing of intellectual property. In sectors like technology or pharmaceuticals, a foreign firm may be wary of transferring sensitive intellectual property to a local partner. Without strong legal protections, there's a risk of imitation or misuse. Tesla, for example, delayed deeper partnerships in China for years due to intellectual property concerns before opening a wholly owned factory in Shanghai after regulatory changes. Control and autonomy also pose concerns. Decision-making in a joint venture is typically shared, which can slow down operations and reduce flexibility. If conflicts arise, restructuring or getting out of the joint venture can be legally and financially complicated. Finally, exit barriers can be high. If the partnership breaks down or the market becomes unviable, disentangling assets, operations and branding can be messy and damaging to both parties. So stakeholders in the joint venture supply chain. There are several stakeholders involved. The joint venture partners. The foreign and local firms are the primary stakeholders. Their mutual trust, transparency and strategic alignment are crucial for success. The suppliers. Both local and international suppliers play a role in ensuring the joint venture's production and logistics run smoothly. Employees. Local and expatriate employees need clear roles, cultural sensitivity training and shared values. They are the frontline drivers of joint venture operations and brand reputation. Government and regulators. Authorities can influence or restrict operations through trade policies, labour laws, or licensing requirements. Customers. Ultimately, the success of a joint venture depends on how well it meets the needs and expectations of local consumers. Market research and adaptive product strategies are key. Logistics and distribution partners. These stakeholders handle warehousing, transportation, and delivery. Their efficiency can determine the joint venture's competitiveness in terms of cost and customer service. So in conclusion, joint ventures offer a strategic pathway to enter new markets with shared risk, local insights and regulatory compliance. However, they require careful partner selection, clear governance structures, and strong alignment of goals. By understanding the broader stakeholder landscape and proactively managing cultural and operational challenges, companies can turn joint ventures into sustainable global growth engines. Question 5, threats in the SWOT analysis to develop product strategy for Merino & Co. In conducting a feasibility study for Merino & Co.'s expansion into the Japanese market, it is essential to understand how the threats identified in the SWOT analysis can inform and shape a robust product strategy. By proactively addressing these threats, Merino & Co. can not only mitigate risk but also uncover strategic opportunities to strengthen in market position. Addressing strong competition. One of the most significant threats Merino & Co. faces is the presence of well-established competitors in Japan, such as Uniqlo and Icebreaker. These brands have strong brand recognition, local presence, and loyal customer bases. To counter this, Merino & Co.'s product strategy must emphasise differentiation through luxury casual positioning and superior product quality through the use of premium Australian merino wool. Merino & Co. can leverage its vertical integration to ensure consistent quality and cost control, which competitors may not be able to replicate. A focused product line that highlights thermoregulatory properties and ethical sourcing can appeal to Japanese consumers who value craftsmanship and sustainability. Number 2, mitigating economic sensitivity. Economic uncertainty and inflation in Japan pose another threat, as consumers may reduce spending on luxury goods. To address this, Merino & Co. offers first order discounts and bundling products that can attract price-sensitive customers initially, while maintaining premium pricing for flagship items, which reinforces the brand's high-quality image. Additionally, launching the High Sport Active Wear line can target younger, more budget-conscious consumers who seek performance and style. Navigating supply chain disruptions. International shipping and logistics disruptions, especially during peak seasons, are a persistent threat. Merino & Co.'s investment in a new production facility in Wangara, with direct access to Fremantle Port, is a strategic move to enhance supply chain resilience. This facility will triple production capacity, ensuring timely fulfilment of international orders, reducing dependency on third-party logistics. To further mitigate the risk, Merino & Co. should consider local warehousing partnerships in Japan. This would allow for faster delivery during high-demand periods. Measuring the effectiveness of the product strategy. To ensure the product strategy is effective, Merino & Co. must implement a comprehensive evaluation framework with clear KPIs. Sales metrics. They could track the number of units sold, especially through Rakuten, the direct-to-consumer platform. For example, achieving the goal of selling 10,000 units in the first year would indicate strong market traction. Customer engagement. They can monitor the number of discount code redemptions and full price purchases, which helps assess the appeal of price strategies across different consumer segments. Brand awareness. They could use digital analytics to measure social media engagement, influencer campaign reach, and website traffic. The target of reaching 25% brand awareness among Japanese consumers aged 35 to 65 can be tracked through surveys and digital impressions. Operational efficiency. They could evaluate the production facility's output and fulfillment timelines. Metrics such as order lead time, stockouts, and return rates will indicate supply chain effectiveness. Sustainability perception. They could track engagement with sustainability-focused content such as likes, shares, and comments on eco-friendly messaging. This will show how well the brand's ethical positioning resonates with the target audience. So finally, by turning threats into strategic levers, Merino & Co. can craft a product strategy that not only defends against market risk but also positions the brand for long-term success in Japan. Through continuous measurement and adaptation, the company can ensure its offerings remain relevant, competitive, and aligned with consumer values. Thanks for listening.